Yeah, greetings, greetings. I was just recording this long ass video, and then I'm using my red camera, by the way. Then I looked at the screen to see that everything was going right, and I realized that I was not recording. I felt horrible. I felt like my heart was broken to know that I wasted all my time expressing my feelings to myself when I already know how I feel. Yeah, that has happened a few times in the past, but I don't think I have the time for that anymore. Yeah, so my phone stopped, my video stopped, but I was talking about how trouble comes up and just fades away sometimes. Yeah, so yeah, there was this guy who was saying that he would kill me in his community and this, that, and yeah. We were working together after the first time when he was joking, and I told him I could do these things just as well. After that, I told him he was we were working together again, and he was trying to involve with me, and I was trying to ignore him, and he was cooking the food that day. Now my friends call me for my food sometimes, first because I'm the only one who doesn't eat fish. So sometimes, depend if they're going to put tuna fish into the food or something, they check me to take mine first before they put tuna fish. My friends sometimes put soya and tuna fish in their food. So that day, the guy, the asshole, he was checking me for my food, and I acted like I didn't hear. So one of my friends who was next to me told me that that he was calling me. So I told him I know, but I'm trying to ignore him because I know he has nothing good to say at any time. Yeah, so he was acting like he's so upset. He said he feels like kicking the pan of food. That almost upset me one time because I'm thinking, kick the pan of food for what? You're so emotional. You're such a bitch. What I just said that hurt you so much that you'll kick the food when we've been working and we're hungry. Yeah, so I realized at that point that he's a real asshole and I need to just not let him hear my voice. But he came and involved with me again another time. I was talking to somebody and he involved and said that one day he has to do me this, he has to do me that. So I told him, like my friends were talking earlier and said that some people go to jail and they come out real geniuses, real smart and educated on all kind of different things. And some people go to jail and they come out minding and talking people's business and acting just like little bitches. Yeah, so when he involved with me and said that he had to do me this or whatever, I told him that he's one of the people I realized that went to jail and came out as a bitch and that he's probably sucked somebody's dick while he was in jail. So yeah, he said he's going to kill me and that I shouldn't come back around and this, that. And after that, he saw me on Creole Day, held my sleeves and blah blah blah. The story I told you in another video where he threatened me. Yeah, and then now it was Christmas Eve, and I came to a place where they were close to a shop. I had some friends there, and I was going to the shop, and he saw me and said, "Oh, here's my friend." And then he told me that he apologizes for being mean to me and that I'm not his enemy and this, that. Yeah, I was thinking to myself, it's maybe that because he saw that I had cigarette selling, he was maybe trying to be my friend, so he'll ask me for credit, he'll ask me to give him a cigarette and he'll pay me later or something or whatever. Yeah, so that day when he apologized and said that I'm not his enemy, he mentioned a day that we passed each other. It was like a week before Christmas and we were going in opposite directions and we passed in a place that there were no onlookers. As far as we knew, nobody saw us pass so close to each other. And the road could only take one person at a time. It was a small dirt road and there was grass to the sides of it. So we were coming in opposite directions. We stayed on the path and when we reached maybe 2 meters away from each other, we both went off the path and we walked in the grass, showing each other respect and giving each other some distance so if one pulls a weapon, the other might see it and have time defend itself. So yeah, so he mentioned that day and he said if he was my enemy, since that day he could have done something to me. But I was going to the river that day and I probably had 2 knives and 2 scissors, and I don't think that there was any way he could have done something to me. It looked like he didn't have any weapon on him. He had no shirt. I couldn't see any weapon. So I doubt that he would be able to hurt me. But anyway, my life is too blessed to imagine violence. No, I don't have time to imagine crap. I deal with crap as it comes up and I move forward. But I don't sit and think of negativity. Yeah, this story that I'm giving right now is just to let it off my chest and move forward. Let you guys know that things happen out there. There's situations. Some of them are sad. But we need to keep going forward, focus on the positive and keep doing good. Never doubt that you could achieve your victory. Yeah. So, yeah. And for this year, there was another incident when another asshole faked me with a cutlass because I told him I would wait for his boss. His boss had something for me, and when I told him that I came for it, he was giving me a whole heap of attitude. So I was humbly asking him what's all that attitude for? And this, that, and it was for weed, a weed. His boss, my friend, told me to go get a weed, and somebody that's working for him was giving me a whole heap of attitude. And yeah, so I humbled and asked him, what's with all the attitude? And he said that I shouldn't take weed from now on to show me which weed to take. There were different weed. So he was quarreling and telling me that he doesn't know, but this, that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but I ended up telling him our Lucian curse, T-A. I'll teach it to you one time. Can you say T-A? You could say that. And can you say chew, as in chewing food? And la, as in do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, or la, 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 la. So when you combine them things, the TA plus you put chula, and that's obscene language in my country. It means move your ass from there. Or that's something that people say here a lot. Or it means they say it like sometimes if you say something and some people who don't have too much manners say it all the time, like jokes to each other and this that. Like if you say something they don't believe you, they say that, like, get out of here. And so like they just say that, as if they don't believe it or whatever. Some people say it way too much. Yeah. So I told him that. I told him, well, Tiet chula. But we say it like chew. Like chew food, not chew. La. Chew. Yeah. You have to pronounce the W like chew. That's how we pronounce it in St. Lucia. So I told him that, and I told him I'll wait for my friend, his boss. So as soon as I said that, and he was behind me, I was looking at the weed, and the asshole was behind me with a cutlass in his hand. I'm telling you, I just saw his face in the corner of my eyes. I just saw his face, very upset, and it looked like he was swinging something hard. And on the next side, like when I saw him there, like the way I was standing, I just happened to look so, and I saw his face, and by the time I turned my head so, I saw something pass, but I was not hit. I saw his face that he struck something hard, and I saw something pass, but I was not hit, and I was thinking that he wants to hit me with a post. So as soon as it happened fast, as soon as I saw his face, I saw something pass, and I looked, I saw cutlass. So I stepped away from where I was, and I made 2 steps or 3 steps and go and get the cutlass. I went to get the cutlass. So I was thinking that before I get to the cutlass, he might hit me with a post. I thought it was a post he had in his hand. So I was thinking before I get to the cutlass, he might give me a lash of post, and then I'll have to take the cutlass and give him a lash of it. But when I got to the cutlass, I was thinking to myself, this fool actually let me go and take a cutlass, and he wants to knock me with a post. But then before I picked up the cutlass, I looked at him. I turned and I looked at him, and he was nervous because he realized that I had went to get the other cutlass. And I went to get a cutlass, but when I looked at him, he had this big long cutlass in his hand. He could have probably chopped me before I got to the other cutlass, but he got nervous. He doesn't really want to chop me, and he knows that if I take the other cutlass I might chop him, so he was nervous at the time, wondering what he should do. And I looked at him, and I realized he had a cutlass and that he could have chopped me from behind. And I didn't want to make any altercation in the place we were. So I told him that he's a madman and I'm not even going to study him. And I left. I went back to wait for my friend. My friend was coming after me. I went and I told him that the person that's working for him is trying to prevent me from taking any weed and this, that. So then, and while I was talking to him, I was nervous. I was telling him that now I almost made him chop me because I realized that he wanted to hit me with something, and I went for a cutlass. And when I watched, I realized that it was a cutlass he had. He could have chopped me. And my friend, when I told him that, he rushed. He was on a phone call. He hung up the phone, and he rushed to get the weed for me. Yeah. After several days after, we didn't talk about that. And just recently, he was telling me that he told the other guy that was working for him that that he shouldn't have ever tried to disrespect me, and that if I come and take something and it's him now who sends me that, they should have full respect for me and this, that. But I never asked him that. Yo. Oh. And that time also, the asshole saw me like the next day, or was it 2 days after? And he apologized. And he said that I was right, he realized himself when I was right. That day I called him a madman, he told me. When I called him a madman, I was right. He realized that he was acting mad, and he apologizes. So I told him, no hard feelings. I'm just happy that the Most High was protecting me and I didn't get a lash of cutlass unexpectedly. And from that day, we never spoke up until we got a job together. I had to look for somebody, so I checked his boss if he was available for a week. And we did 2 weeks working together, construction in a place for $70 a day. We made a money, St. Lucia, you don't get that so often. Yeah, I have been working for myself, and I still do different little work where I get to buy some groceries, but I needed to buy shoes and clothes, so I was able to buy some, and I bought a new phone that I'm using right now to make this video. My mall is full and got groceries. I'm feeling good. So yeah, and yeah, so apart from these two altercations and the asshole earlier tonight, I realize he's a real asshole. I need to watch myself around him, don't let him hear my voice. So apart from that, everything has been real good. Yeah. Although from January I've lost 2 friends. One of them was shot close to his home, at his home, in front of his house. And at this moment, no one knows who did it. He got 16 shots. He used to live in New York for a little while. And it's been a little while since he came from there. I'm not sure what age he was, but he came from there when he was young. He was real troublesome there. Yeah. His name was Malcolm. And I don't know what he did. Nobody knows who killed him or why. But he was shot. And after he died, Another friend of mine was found hanging in his house. It was said that he hung himself, but no one understands it. He was safe with everybody, always on his own thing, always giving somebody something, always respectable young man. They just found him hanging in his house. I don't know why. Now I would like my YouTube channel to be about stories of love and joy instead, because there are a lot of these situations going on in my life as well. I have friends in different areas and I pass through different areas. I work here and there, and most of these areas where I pass through and where I go to sometimes are areas where there are neighborhoods where you occasionally hear a gunshot or you get to witness a fight, so but there is still a lot of laughter and a lot of joy and love. So I don't want my channel to be talking about too many of these sad stories, and there was a fight today and I witnessed to see someone's head got burst and this, that, and instead of all these sad stories, I'd like my channel to be about positive stories, and family moments and such. Yeah. So I'm back making videos again with my new camera. So I'll see you guys. I mentioned a song. I was in the studio earlier and I recorded a song with a youngster, talented youngster. He was my producer for today. And that's it. That's the song. I recorded it with my another phone that I have. It's not a smartphone. The quality is not as clean as it probably should be.